who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage. To start things out.
On the tackle. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Easy. Hey, 5-0. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Easy. 54. Tap. Watch the twist.
And now Bruce Arians with a play clock running low is going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Black 22. White.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Ready. Blue ready. Easy. Hey, if you don't get this boy.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Winston on 3rd and 2. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Black 25, easy. Let's go, D. Green, 17. Right there. Let's go.
First down, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Buccaneers.
Green, 17.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You ain't got nothing. Easy. Hey, Delta. Flip it. Hatch it.
Jameis now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
Buccaneers. First down.
Easy.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Easy. Hey, watch 55. I'm coming. Easy. 55. 30. 55. Coming this way. Here we go. That's it.
Winston now to throw on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 55's my hustle. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Jameis to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
It's now third and 4.
Check 55 to my house. You got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. My 55. Hey, eat. Yeah. You don't want none.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. This will be, 38 yards out. And Bryant's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this, they were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, here's Penny. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Mike, Booker team. Mike 5-4. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Check. Fred down. Fred. Good job right there. Hey, easy. Check. Check. Walk 54. I'm going to run you over.
Now Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Three bucks. Double tight, guys, double tight.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 31-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Buccaneers 3.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey.
Now Rashad Penny. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Wilson eluding the pressure. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Winston now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Winston. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. To throw is Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. On first and 10, Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
54, Mike, 54. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Easy. 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50. 54. Let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. This one complete to Scott Miller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
54.
A first down throw for Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scott Miller, 34 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Brings up third down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Push him back! Push him back! Good job right there. Good job right there.
Throwing is Wilson. He's got Lockett. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Got it. Let him know. Kill. Sponge. No. 14. 45 to Mike. It's just me and you. Good.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 39 yards. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He finds his target. It's Evans. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. On third down, Winston. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big 30-yard play on third.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
Right there, 54, right there. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Mike's 54.
Again, it's Winston. He checks it down here to Ellington. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Winston. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Flip it. Let's get there. 49.
Jameis again. Open man has got it. It's complete. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Let's go.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Let's get up. Mike's 49.
To the air again with Winston. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll come out in the pistol. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, we'll see the pistol here. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. One receiver to the left is Evans.
Wait. Man, I got you. Easy. 49, got it. Come on.
3rd and goal, Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad Perriman taking it in as his guys have now moved out in front. Here's Bryant for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Penny. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
45's the mark. I'm trying to collect.
Again, it's Penny. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 50. Check. One left.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
At the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as they have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Get wide.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Flip. 49. 49. We got it.
1st down, Winston. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I'm here all day. Let me go.
They'll throw again. Winston. And his pass incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Hey, watch it. Easy. Sonic. Slow. March 49. Go. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Flip.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Easy. 6.
From the gun, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Easy. Wait. Let's go. It's time to play. Check. Watch. Let me go.
Jameis to throw it. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Green, come see. I got this. That's it. Watch out. Check right 54. Right 50.
Here's Winston. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Watch Green, come see. Watch 84. Watch 84. Green, come see. I can't. Easy. Check.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Mike's 49. Switch up. 40. Easy. Hey, 6 man.
Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert it? And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ziggy on top with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the 2nd half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it again with Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 42 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another try for Penny. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bucs take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
The 33-yard line.
22, jet, bomber. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm here all day. Out, out, out. Sunday. Wait.
On second and a couple. Winston. That's caught by Howard. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Easy. Here we go. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. He runs.
To throw, Winston. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Winston. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's get in there, let's get in there.
Third and long for Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Zoom.
The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. And no, it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Mike, 45. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, alert 3. Get that.
On the run, it's Penny. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Watch out.
Penny, a first down carry. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Penny. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
There. Kill.
This is Penny, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike, 45.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Myers' kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bucs take over first and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston, he completes it to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Ready. Back 25 behind. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Rip left. Wait. Switch gears. Wahoo. Hey, watch that. Let me go. 54. Mike, 54. Green, triple team. All right, let's go now. Let me go.
Jameis again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
Watch the run. What?
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on